So the Chiefs are currently a 6.5-point favorite on the road against the winless Indianapolis Colts, who are 0-1-1 on the season. Not 2 losses. We got a tie in there, so it's not that bad. But Mahomes also undefeated in domes. He's 7-0 going into this game. His stats pretty wild. I'm gonna just say him real fast. So 7-0 going into this 8th game. He's got 2,395 yards passing in domes, 20 touchdowns to 2 interceptions in domes, a 65% completion percentage, and then 29 carries for 198 yards in 7 games in the dome. So, I mean, Mahomes loves playing in the dome. And I think going back to college, I think he was like undefeated in domes. I think he only played in 1 game, but he had like 600 yards passing and 6 touchdowns in the dome. So he loves playing in domes.
Dude, listen, hold on. Patrick Mahomes loves playing anywhere. No matter if it's a dome, on the moon. The Joker's going to do well wherever he goes. Okay. And it kind of goes into like some of the things I've been talking about. It's like all this silliness going out here on Twitter about how good this man is and not giving him his due. Yep. So look, we got the most elite quarterback in the NFL. All right. You can try to argue to all these other guys, but Patrick Mahomes is that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not even a question about it. So everybody else can come on these little talk shows and say whatever they need to say and, you know, have their little sound bites and all, you know, art. Listen, forget that mess, man. We already know who PM15 is, okay? We know what he can do. They've seen it for the past 4 years, do what he can do. And so wherever that man plays, he's going to do well, all right? So I have no doubt, not even a question, if it's a dome in the parking lot, if he's playing in the back of a pickup truck, you know what I mean? The Joker's going to do well. So, yeah, I get it, though, with the dome thing. I got it. Hey, keep the stats rolling. Keep them rolling.
I think it's the fact that he's undefeated in the dome is just the crazy thing so far. You know, he doesn't play in domes every so often. So, well, actually, two games a year with the SoFi and the Allegiant Stadium now. But so 6.5-point favorite, Indianapolis. What is your prediction on that game, and what's the score you got for that one? And what are the keys to victory you think for us?
So I'm gonna start with the keys to victory. Is without a doubt, you got to start Jonathan Taylor. You got to stop him. I mean, that's what you have to do. And so if you bottle him up, then it's going to be an easier task to do. And then Matty Ice. You know, Matty Ice is out there. You know, of course, you know he's not the Matty Ice of old, but he's still an effective quarterback. He's still a good quarterback, and you know he can still sling the ball with the best of them. And so that's another one. You just got to get some pressure on that guy, get him moving around a little bit, disrupt his timing as much as you can, you know, with the pass rush, and hopefully, you know, bog him down from throwing to some of those receivers, and Pittman and those guys out there, man. So they got some talented receivers out there too. That's the thing about it. So Indianapolis Colts is not a slouch by no means. And then we talk about the defense. The defense is really good. And so they hadn't really showed it. Same thing. And showed it. You ain't showed against Jacksonville. And you think Jacksonville is supposed to be the pushover, right?
Yeah.
And so if you sit over there, man, the Chiefs need to be licking their chops, you know, especially this week. So we're gonna see. Just not get overconfident, but just play our game. We play our game, just go out there and just ball. Just ball out. It's gonna be fine. So it's gonna be a good challenge. It's Indianapolis is a good place to go play. But I think right now, just kind of prediction of the game, after the keys of victory, I'm looking at I'm gonna go 35-21.
Dang, okay. You guys covering the spread?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The two things I saw. So one, looking at the history of the Chiefs and Colts, just in general, the Colts are 17-10 against the Chiefs in his history. Obviously, you know, and I saw someone on Twitter. I think it was what's his name, Nick Aiton, say history does matter, especially when it comes to the Colts. But also, another thing I saw is people think that possibly, you know, we're looking ahead. We're maybe looking down on this opponent because we play the Bucs in Tampa Bay next week, a little Super Bowl rematch next week. Is that something is that a real thing? Do players, I mean, do teams usually look, teams ever do that where they say, "Oh man, they're going to be looking ahead and they're going to not prepare us as hard for this week." I mean, I think it's a ridiculous thing. I hate when people say that they're looking ahead, they're gonna not focus this week. It's like, come on.
No, look, man, guys are professional, and you have the best coach in the NFL to make sure the guys are ready and up to the task, and make sure the guys are focused on what they need to do. And so it's not about looking ahead. It's you're only 2 games in, and so every game is significant in the NFL, especially playing football. And the thing is, if you're thinking about the team ahead, that's the team that gets you when you're thinking about these other games ahead of you. If you're doing that. And so it don't really work out well when guys, at least have that mentality, and really guys really don't, So you just gotta think. Now, obviously, if it's late on in the season and you sitting guys and it's like, okay, this right here is, we don't really need this victory, or we don't need guys getting hurt for this because we are going to be in the playoffs and things. That makes sense. But right now, regular season, hey man, every single game is there for the progression to help you get better. And so, especially last week against the Chargers, the offense didn't look as good as they usually did. And so that was one of the things that you're saying, okay, what did we do not or correct in this next game? Let's make sure that we're following on all cylinders, right? And so the same thing defensively. Defensively, they're going to be challenged with some wide receivers. They're going to be challenged with the running back. It's going to be challenged with a good quarterback. And so this is a good test for them. It's a good test for them. It's not like like I said, they're not pushovers. There's nobody in the NFL that is a pushover. Yeah. Every Sunday, somebody could beat somebody else. It's just how it works. Everybody gets paid, man. Everybody gets paid. So you got to be ready.
And a team that's winless is usually amongst the hungriest in the league, a team that's winless. So
yes, especially them too.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.